And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, from Velasco Theater, Los Angeles, California. It's Golden Boy Boxing on ESPN, brought to you by Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions and sponsored by Tecate, the official beer of boxing, with Hennessy. Never stop, never settle. And we are set to go 6 rounds of super welterweight action inside the ring. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing black trunks trimmed in orange, he weighed in officially 150 1/2 pounds. Tonight, he enters the ring for the 25th time as a professional, hailing from Sonora, Mexico. Here is Edgar Garcia. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. Wearing black and red, he weighed in 154 pounds. As a professional, he stands perfect with 8 victories, no defeats, 4 wins coming by way of knockout from North Hollywood, California. Here is Lucky Boy, Ferdinand Kerobyan. And your referee in charge of the action, Raul Caiz.
Edgar, pásale. Okay, gentlemen, I gave you instructions upstairs. Les di las instrucciones de abajo. Punches here, los golpes aquí están bien. Shake hands, good luck to both of you. Dense la mano y buena suerte.
Great referee for this, our opening fight of the night, as we take a look at the Tecate tail of the tape. And you'll notice that Edgar Garcia is 9 years older than Kerobyan, who's only 20 years old. But Kerobyan's got a 4-inch height advantage, a 3.5-inch advantage in weight, and the reach is also 3.5 inches.
Listo. Ready?
And here we go. I'm Bernardo Osuna, joined by Joel Diaz. And Kerobyan, he's got an extensive amateur career, was decorated as an amateur, fought some of the best, but he said he was so big that at sometimes it was hard for him to get good amateur fights, so he decided to turn pro.
You know, Kerobyan looks pretty solid. You know, he has good posture, good stance, and he moves very, very well. He looks like he can hit, he can crack. So hopefully he can give some good rounds with Garcia.
All right, they call Edgar Garcia El Profe for a reason. He's a school teacher, a 2nd grade teacher in San Luis Rio Colorado, Sonora. But he said, this is only my 2nd fight above 147 pounds. He'll be the smaller guy. He says, I just need to use my skills and work from the outside and work my way in. So he knows he's got an uphill battle against Kerobyan tonight.
Of course, he's crafty. You can tell he's crafty. He knows his boxing. He can make a prospect look bad.
Not if Kerobyan continues to tee off against him on the ropes, and you can see the irritation over the left eye of Garcia starting to get a little bit swollen here early in this fight. Kerobyan is a solid puncher. 50% of his fights have come by way of knockout as he lands a nice overhand right there.
Yeah, Kerobyan needs to be a little bit more patient. He's got 6 rounds, you know, and it looks like this guy is not in the best shape. So he needs to just take his time, land the proper shots like he's doing now.
Garcia says, I've got experience, I've got a good defense, which will serve me well against Kerobyan, who works a flurry of punches and then finishes that combination with a shot to the liver.
You can tell Kerobyan still has his amateur style, you know, unloading with a lot of fast punches. You know, instead of, you know, staying a little bit more composed, landing better shots, you know, just decrease a little bit of the volume of punches and be more effective. Because he's landing some good shots, but I think his speed, put a little more power instead of speed.
Ronda Rousey manages the career of Kerobyan. She saw him training at the gym, and she said, I wanted to work with you throughout your career. We see a nice overhand left that lands on the head of Garcia.
I think the left to the body hurt him a little bit. Garcia took a shot to the body, so as he's moving, he showed a little bit. He showed signs of the damage that body shot did.
He looked over to Raul Caiz, appealing for a low blow call. Got no help, and here comes Kerobyan.
Trying to survive the round, but you know, he's opening his mouth. I don't know if it's a mouthpiece not being perfectly fitted, but he's opening his mouth as he goes.
Round 1 in the books here from the Velasco on Golden Boy Boxing on ESPN.
jab, okay? Lot of jab, okay? Up it. Knee bras. Hands up.
Tienes que dar el golpe. No quieras agarrar tu distancia. Necesitas hacerlo de golpe. ¿Ok? Dame vaselina, ¿no? Sí, pero el golpe, profe, no distancia, no.
Guys, beautiful. Two stoppers. Bam, small big there, bam, bam, bam. Okay? Harsh me, harsh me.
Golden Boy Boxing on ESPN is presented by Tecate, the official beer of boxing. It's brought to you by Hennessy, never stop, never settle. And it's brought to you by Canelo Triple G2, live on pay-per-view September the 15th. The historic Olympic Auditorium, located less than a mile away from the Velasco Theater. Here tonight, just one of the most historic boxing venues in Los Angeles history. There you see Kerobyan working from the outside. And Garcia's corner was telling him, you've got to get in. You can't stay on the outside. And it seems like those were the right instructions, but it's easier said than done.
Yeah, well, he's going to be in trouble on the inside and on the outside because Kerobyan already measured him on the inside. On the inside, Kerobyan is too strong for him. And on the outside, you know, Kerobyan is going to be just following him, measuring him with the jab. And he landed a really nice, clean left hook early in the round.
Kerobyan from North Hollywood, California, originally from Armenia. Has got a big following here in Southern California, in the Glendale area and in the North Hollywood area. They're all there wearing their white shirts with the light blue Armenian outline. You see Kerobyan just putting in work here. And you mentioned it, he needs to settle down, and it seems like he did after a quick start for him.
Yeah, in the first round, he was throwing a lot of punches, but they weren't effective. Now he's sitting on his punches more. His combinations are more effective. His jab is landed really good. Like right there, he landed a fury of punches, but he's really not doing the damage he's supposed to be doing.
Nishan Muchian has been training him since he was 7 years old, and he said, Ferdinand is my masterpiece. I am the Michelangelo, I am the Da Vinci, and you know, that's exactly what he is to him. A project that he's been working on for years, and one that he says will become a world champion eventually as he pushes back his opponent into the ropes. Edgar Garcia, though, taking a good punch so far.
Yeah, Garcia is showing signs that he don't want to be there anymore. You know, he's just trying to survive. He's using more defense, trying to block Kerobyan's punches, but he's not using any offense anymore, because if he opens up, he's going to get caught with something. Nice body work there for Kerobyan. He's touching the head and going to the body at the same time.
Edgar Garcia said, I know that Kerobyan knocked out my friend Uriel Gonzalez, who used to train at my same gym. I fought that same night. I watched my friend get knocked out. I want to avoid suffering the same fate. Nice body work with the left and then the right by Kerobyan. A sly smile from Garcia, but you can just see Kerobyan starting to tee off here as round 2 gets near the end. And there goes Garcia, and it's over. No count from the referee, Raul Caiz Jr., who says, I've seen enough.
That was a good stoppage there. I mean, he was taking a beating, so, you know, the referee did the right thing.
You could hear Kerobyan's fans who made the drive from North Hollywood. Not very far, but in LA traffic, let's give it an hour and a half. So it was very much worthwhile. Lucky Boy Kerobyan is a name that his trainer Nishan Muchian gave him as a kid, and they all believe that he will one day represent Armenia as a future world champion. His whole team, his squad, proud of his work tonight, and he proved a lot. He proved that he could come out strong, that he could kind of reel things in and then work his way towards the knockout, and he got the stoppage here in the second round.
That kid has a lot of potential. He's strong, skillful, and you can tell that he knows what he's doing in there. He did a great work tonight.
He did do a great job. He understands what he needed to do, and he did it. That was the beginning of the end. You mentioned the body shots, Joel.
There it is. Once you start working the body, you take a lot of your fighter. You distract them, you put them in pain, and then the rest comes easy. You hit the body, and everything goes after that.
And now the difference. First it was the left hook to the liver, then the right hand to the solar plexus. Two different punches, two different effects.
He was touching the right, and then he was touching the left. So, you know, he hurt him, and then he decided to go for the kill, and there we go. He stopped the fight.
So Ferdinand Kerobyan improves to 9-0, 5 knockouts, but 4 of his last 5 fights have ended inside of the distance. You see him developing as a fighter, and once again, it's the stoppage win for Ferdinand Kerobyan. Inside the ring is Joe Martinez with the official time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes of the official time. 2 minutes, 48 seconds. Round number 2. Referee Raul Cai steps in, puts a halt to the bout. Your winner by KO victory. He is still undefeated. Lucky boy, Ferdinand Kerobyan.
There was nothing lucky about that win. It was a skillful demonstration from the former amateur star here